Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji performed a coup when they signed Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, a masterclass in general management. They are fixing the issues of past GMs like Joe Douglas. And we'll get into the numbers for the Sauce and the Wilson contract. But there is something to be said about a team retaining its players that it drafted, especially ones that are all pros at their position. This is how good teams, build their roster and stay good for years on end. This is how the Ravens do it. This is how the Eagles do it. This is how the Steelers do it. And now maybe finally this is how the Jets will do it. We will see. But this is a good stepping stone for this new regime. Now, the beauty in these contracts are not that they just wipe away the last 2 years not the last 2 years, wipe away the fifth year option from both these contracts. They don't start until 2026. So we'll get into what that means for the Jets moving forward. But locking in players now that are going to perform for the next 6 years and possibly get another contract from the team is smart football management. So the Sauce Gardner contract, 4 years, I'm looking at it right now. 4 years, 102.4 million, around 60 million guaranteed. Makes him the highest paid quarterback, just beating out Derek Stingley. I think Derek Stingley was at 30 million, so he's at 30.1 million. It is, again, a 4-year deal, just like the Wilson contract. Wilson's contract is 130 million with 90 million guaranteed. He's averaging $32.5 million a year. Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson both went to X to tweet out their appreciation of the team. Sauce Gardner, I appreciate the Jets organization. Thank you, God. Garrett Wilson saying that he has been, green has been running through his veins ever since he got drafted. And that's something that you love to hear. But the beauty, like I said, the beauty in these contracts is that they don't start until after their rookie deal. They don't start until 2027. In the past, teams have deleted or erased the last 2 or fifth year option out of a guy's contract in order to extend him after his rookie deal. And the Jets didn't do this. They start in 2027, which means that the AAV over the next the AAV from now until 2023 for both guys is around 25 million. And that is a bargain, I think, for guys like Garrett Wilson and guys like Sauce Gardner. And the cap is only going to go up over time. The cap's only going to increase. So getting these guys on the books now, and yes, the AAV when the contract starts is over 30 million, but the AAV starting today is around 25. If you account in the fifth year option for both Sauce and Garrett Wilson. It is a forward-thinking approach to roster building and to team building that I don't think I've seen in a really long time from the Jets organization. Not since Chad Pennington was on the team. And that's saying a lot. With the cap going up and these guys being right around $25 million, the team is not going to be cap restrained by these two guys going forward. They're going to be able to make moves. They're going to be able to bring in free agents. They're going to be able to pay new guys that come in. Who knows? Maybe Justin Fields turns out to be the franchise quarterback we're all hoping. Now you can pay him if you need to. Now you can pay JJ if he has a good season. Now you can pay Brees if he has a top season, a high season. The flexibility here is wonderful. And Darren Muji, he comes from the Broncos. He comes from, both guys come from the Sean Payton mindset of roster building. And it's showing right now. We don't have to now go out and fill holes with free agents that are here on 1 or 2 year deals. We don't have to extend guys and move money from their base salary into guaranteed money or into upfront money and push back dead cap in order to pay guys that we need now, like we did with CJ Mosley twice, I believe. We don't have to do it anymore. It sends a message that the Jets are no longer a drama filled team. They are a team that makes deals with players, or at least that's what the team is trying to put out there. If you come to the Jets and you play well, you will get paid. I love that there's no drama around the team. I love that we haven't heard any nonsense coming out of Florham Park. For the last 15 years, there was always some sort of drama on the back page. It's such a contrast from what we have seen with Joe Douglas, McCagnon, Idzik, Rex. You keep going down the line. Muji is fixing the old mistakes of past regimes. They're building a culture of trust and stability with its players. And that's only going to do good. It's only going to help the team in the future. Aaron Glenn saw this firsthand with Bill Parcells. He knows how this is supposed to work. And you may not like Aaron Glenn. You may not think that he's going to be a good head coach. But right now, he's doing a fantastic job. Darren Muji as well. But so far, you really can't complain with anything Aaron Glenn has done. You can't. I mean, guys, Sauce Gardner was the rookie defensive player of the year. Garrett Wilson was the rookie offensive player of the year. Garrett is a 2-time first-team All-Pro. That doesn't happen. Okay, I think Lawrence Taylor is the only other player to ever have done that. I think Micah Parsons did it too as well. Garrett Wilson, 3 straight years, 3 straight seasons of 1,000 yards, or in 80 plus receptions, with a circus at quarterback. 7 or 8 different quarterbacks. I lost count. The trust that this new organization, Glenn and Muji, have been able to build with cornerstone pieces like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson is only going to help the team in the future with future prospects. Again, if you come here and you play well, the Jets will pay you. In the past, they would drag their feet. Guys would hold out. It's not happening anymore. This is a new regime in One Jets Drive. The deferred money with the contract, starting it in 2027, opens up so many avenues for this team going forward. You can pay, like I said before, you could pay Justin Fields. You would have even more money if Justin Fields doesn't work out and you get to pick a quarterback in 2026, in the 2026 draft. Keeping around generational talents through 2030 just aligns with a long-term window that these guys are trying to build. It is it's turning homegrown picks into franchise pillars. We haven't had franchise pillars in a long time. And I think there's more franchise pillars on this team. I think JJ could be a franchise pillar. I think McDonald could be a franchise pillar. Quinton Williams kind of already is. I think Mason Taylor could be one if he turns out to be good. I think Tippmann could be one. Fashanu, Membu, the list goes on. The list goes on. Jonathan Jones of CBS called it a record-breaking contract. Rich Cimini, blockbuster. Adam Schefter, historic deals. These are all guys that we listen to. These are all guys that we know, that we trust, that are in the know with the NFL. Again, what if the cap blows up in 2027? Deferred structure means flexibility. Deals can be restructured if needed, but I don't think you're going to have to. $25 million AAV starting today. Could the backlash be that there's a performance dip with these guys? I don't think so. We saw Sauce Gardner take a step back. We saw Garrett Wilson kind of be not uninvolved, but clearly he wasn't happy last year. New regime, new quarterback, new system, new coaches, new front office. Everything is new over there and new contracts. I think these guys are going to play really well. I don't think that there's going to be any sort of performance dip. I don't think that the Jets fans should worry about anything. We finally have guys that we can go out and get jerseys for. You couldn't go get a Michael Carter jersey. Not Michael Carter second, Michael Carter jersey. You couldn't go out and get an Elijah Moore jersey. There are people out there that bought Denzel Mims jerseys. I bought an Aaron Rodgers jersey. I've worn it on this show. I've thrown it out, obviously. These guys are going to be here for a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they are going to stay with the team for their entire careers. I think the Jets will give them second contracts if they play well. I think the team is pointing in the right direction, and I'm excited to see what else this new regime is going to be able to complete. I think the team's going to perform. I think they're going to compete, and I think we're going to have a good season. Let me know.